Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about the Broadway musical Hadestown, so as you might expect, there's going to be a lot of rambling fangirling. Hadestown is my darling, and it is one of the window cards hung in my dorm at this very moment, so you have been warned. Anyways, if you are not already familiar with Hadestown, it is a retelling of the Greek tragedy Orpheus and Eurydice. It is set in a not quite specific place. It gives off a Southern Gothic aesthetic, like a post-apocalyptic Depression-era New Orleans. But the setting isn't quite anywhere. It's fantastical and, well, rightfully mythological. While Hadestown isn't explicitly a song made for political movements in the US, a lot of the songs resonated with workers and people of color, just souls trying to get by in a merciless capitalistic world run by Hades himself. Or, in other words, Trump. Well, today I'll be using the Tripartite model to analyze the song Why Do We Build the Wall from Hadestown. I'm using this model to explore what music is and what relationship it has to the concept of culture, and how it crosses realms through culturally meaningful sounds. Specifically, I want to point out all the ways in which this song provokes us, the audience, and the characters through not just sound, but also the behavior of individuals, how its particular organization demands the social concurrence of people who decide what it can and cannot be, how it draws parallels to the real world, despite the fictional setting, and how we can relate to the characters. So, let's get started. Way down, Hadestown, way down under the ground. Why Do We Build the Wall is the ending number for Act 1 of Hadestown. And wow, is it impactful! Eurydice has signed her life away to Hades to escape the oncoming winter. She joins the ensemble of workers in Hades' call and response, her first act as a worker building and reinforcing the walls around Hadestown. As a show, the song is a presentational piece meant for the audience to watch, be entertained by, but also contemplate. It is the last song before intermission. By the end, the workers sing, "The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free." These words will haunt the audience, resonate with them, emblematic of the shell of a person going through the motions. It is meant to strike deep. Even outside the physical space of the theater, the official soundtrack, and the widespread use of free online bootlegs, the song gives off the same vibe. It's profound, haunting, and can impact a listener of any social or economic circle. That feeling is only amplified by the physical stage. Within the show, however, the song is participatory. It's a call and response between Hades and his souls. The workers have it drilled into their heads that their warped version of reality is the best version. Hades reminds them how good they have it. Without him, poverty, the enemy, would inevitably get to them. Only through Hades are they secure, so they should be grateful to him. Work is the only rest they can achieve. But really, it's all to keep Hades in power, to be seen as a fearless king. Through the oxymoron of trapped freedom, Hades holds their lives in the palm of his hand. And now Eurydice has become just another cog in his machine. Keep your head low. Oh, you gotta keep your head low. If you wanna keep your head hooked. Oh, you gotta keep your head. As an audience member, the behavior is fairly standard. No talking or moving around, their sole job is to watch the actors perform. However, in the Hadestown universe, the blocking says a lot. The only character moving about, even minimally, is Hades. He doesn't just lead the song, he controls it. He is center stage, making himself the only notable figure. He holds his people and the audience prisoner, captivated by his presence. In contrast, all the other performers are off to the side and still. This physically presents the power dynamic. Hades has the power to move and hold true freedom. Not even his wife, the goddess Persephone, the woman he is supposed to love, can move. Everyone is helpless against him. The audience, Persephone, Eurydice, the workers, and the three fates are mere spectators to Hades building his web.
Who do you think you are? Who are you to think that you can walk a road that no one ever walked before?
Now, the base of the song consists of Hades as the leading solo voice and the many workers singing in unison responding, saying the same mantra over and over. It has this haunting repetition that you can't quite shake. It creates this circle of logic the workers can't escape, generating an infinite cycle. It calls back to the concept that they don't realize the root of their misfortune. The repetition reinforces the behavior of an us versus them mentality. Poverty is their enemy, and so they build the wall to keep out the enemy in order to protect what they have. Hades brings back the reminder,
because we have and they have not, my children, because they want what we have got.
To drill in this concept, but when building a wall, they keep everyone out. Hadestown becomes an echo chamber of Hades' ideals. It's almost like he's making them afraid of new ideas, like the Mexican criminals, drug dealers, and rapists, disrupting his system and status quo. And not to mention Hades' beautifully deep voice.
Why do we build the wall, my children, why do we build the wall?
He truly captivates us and the workers, reinforcing the behavior of listening to him and no one else. The main instruments heard are that soulful guitar, piano, and some violin. The beat itself is slow, like a never-ending, tired march. You can feel this especially in the opening. It never really seems to end. And especially you hear these little flares of harmonica, like pretty iconic of a prison system, and for some it can be indexical even. In the media, when you see a prison, the instrument you'll likely see someone play is going to be a harmonica to pass the time or sing out the blues. Overall, the music gives off the bluesy ghost town feel where nothing really changes, reinforcing Hades' concepts and oppressing them into docile behavior. In an interview with the composer and lyricist Anais Mitchell, she didn't plan on this song becoming as political as the audience interpreted it. Why Do We Build the Wall was drafted way before the 2016 election. She explains that in reality, the reason we see them as calling to each other is because both Trump and the song were simply tapping into the same folk archetypes. She actually talks more in depth about her intentions behind Why Do We Build the Wall in a video about it.
At the time that I wrote it, I was thinking about climate change and migrant people and who among us in a place of relative wealth and security is not going to want to be behind a wall. The idea of a wall is a mythic idea. It's effective when people are feeling vulnerable.
Well, she's absolutely right. The emotion was evoked all the same. No matter the original intent, the tune is powerful and haunting in the lives of the characters and the audience alike. It speaks volumes of the universality of stories and their relationship to the real world. Myths and fantasies aren't merely for entertainment and mindless escapism. They are built from the struggles of real people. And Hadestown calls to it, the horror, the struggles, but also the hope, the wish for a happy ending. No matter how many times you have to sing it.
We're gonna sing it again and again. We're gonna sing it again.